Then we have the Gold Jubilee Medal.
To properly reflect on a day that defies most of our imaginations, visual cues help. Stories help more, but so few first-hand accounts remain of the events that unfolded for Canadians on Juno Beach on the 6th of June, 1944.
There are probably 100 or less Royal Canadian Navy veterans who served in the Battle of Atlantic and/or D-Day.
And one of the last living links was lost just shy of the 80th anniversary of D-Day. Peter Godwin Chance died April 9th. He was 103. And yesterday, his funeral at Christ Church Cathedral drew recollections from the people who loved him.
It was very dear to my dad's heart.
And today, for the first time, Peter Godwin Chance's family toured the exhibit at CFB Esquimalt's Naval Museum that bears his name.
In 1939, at 19 years old, when the war broke out, he joined right away.
There were no small roles that day, but even so, Peter Godwin Chance's duties were vital to preserving Canadian lives.
He was a navigator. He was the pilot of the ship.
His job on D-Day was to position his frigate between German submarines and smaller Canadian boats returning to England from France. He wrote a book about it, but rarely spoke of it.
When he came home, no, he didn't speak about those kinds of things whatsoever.
30 years in the Navy, 18 at sea, gave him a certain silent stoicism, worn with great pride.
He loved to wear his medals, I can tell you that. But we really didn't know what they were for.
So they learned.
United Nations medal.
Anavet's Pacific Unit number 280.
And across the country, they remembered. And those who were there shared memories that haven't dimmed over decades.
I volunteered. What did I do? I had no idea what it would be like to be in the front line. And the first night was the worst of my whole career in being in the front line.
Those front lines were here. This ceremony honored Canadians who landed in Normandy, France 80 years ago. 13 Canadian veterans returned to the site where 381 Canadian lives were lost on Juno Beach.
Democracy is still under threat today.
Which means lessons learned on the Day of Days must not be forgotten. And in this room, they live on.
80 years of relative peace in the world, without a world war, because of people like Peter, who stepped forward in their youth and often gave up their youth. That's what's significant today.
The black and white pages of history tell us only so much. To color in the blanks helps bring it home.
We do realize far more now than we ever did, and we're very proud of them.